All right, and here we go. This is the Branch Out Foundation Rustbuster 500. Old skaters strapping on their skates once more to raise money for a great cause. First up, this is Ashley Nelson rocking out to the final countdown here on her 500 meter. Ashley Nelson's last race was in 2015. Her opening split 12:3. Ashley Nelson looking great on that backstretch. Ashley Nelson from Nelson, BC. Geez, you'd never know she stopped. Looking great coming out of this corner. 100 meters to go for Ashley Nelson in this first pair. Ashley Nelson will finish with a final time of 44:67. So that was her test race, Ashley Nelson on her own. More great skaters to come at this Rustbuster 500 meter. Skaters all coming together to raise money for the Branch Out Neurological Foundation. The foundation founded by Phillips. They fund research through a grant program for over 600 neurological disorders. This is Tori Anson getting wound up on the line, ready to go. In the outer lane, she's racing Emily Kent in that fantastic black, blue, and white zebra pattern suit. Starter winding Tori up. And it looks like they are ready to go. Starting at the line. Tori using that short tracks toe pick start. And they're underway. Emily Kent smoking 100 meter, 11:7. Tori Anson, 14:23. Tori Anson has only raced one 500 meter race before. That was last year at the Branch Out Foundation Rustbuster 500. She skated a 58:64. Let's see if she can beat that here today, as Emily Kent is in through the last straightaway. She's coming to the line. Emily Kent, her final time, 44:29, just ahead of Ashley Nelson. So we have a new leader on the leaderboard, as Tori Anson will come to the line. 57:64. She beats her time from last year by 1 second. At this rate, she'll be Olympic champion in 10 years. Next up, we have Kim Bates in the inner lane racing Caitlyn McDonald. Two friends here. What a great race. They're warming up to the Spice Girls. Kim Bates finding second life in the speed skating community as an official, and she false starts. Did I mention that she's been starting the finale competition all weekend? So they'll turn around and try again. Don't false start again. Kim Bates in the inner lane. Caitlyn McDonald in the outer. Kim Bates' sister, Allie Bates, racing this weekend. Kim Bates' last race was last year at the Rustbuster 500, but before that, 2011, as Caitlyn McDonald takes it to her in the first 100 meters. 12-4 McDonald's opener. Bates 13-3 as Caitlyn McDonald goes over the top of Kim Bates. Caitlyn McDonald into the last corner with the lead. Caitlyn McDonald now rowing with the UFC Dinos. She'll come across the line with a 45.39. Kim Bates, 50.47. So far, Emily Kent, the time to beat, 44.29. And we have another great pair coming up. This is Jason Grenan in the inner lane and Kevin Yaholnitsky in the outer. Dancing a little at the line. Jason Grenan's last race was in 2013. See what he can pull out 4 years later. Kevin Yaholnitsky's last race only 2 years ago in 2015. If he doesn't win this race, it would be shameful. 2 years, 2 extra years of retirement make a big difference as Yaholnitsky, with the green suit moving into the inner lane, will easily take this one. Low 11 openers for both skaters. And he will skate arms on his back to the finish line. His final time, 41.11. Grenan, 42.09. Up next, Brooke Pierman on the inner lane. In the outer lane, Mallory Zorman. Big high five before this race. And a big hug. Mallory Zorman's last speed skating race was way back in 2012. And they're underway. It's a tight race here through 100 meters. Neck and neck, 12.6 opener for Zorman. 12.8 for Zorman. 12.8 for Pierman. As the skaters are into the final corner. It's a close one as they come out down the final stretch. Pierman and Zorman. Pierman on the outer lane, turning on the jets. She's going to take it. Her final time, 47.59. Mallory Zorman, 48.10. As we move on to our next pair. What a pair this is. Samaris in the inner lane. Eric Krisy in the outer lane. It's one of them driving all the way from BC to be here to race. Samaris, who competed for Greece at World Cups. Raced his last race in 2009. These two guys off the hunt through 100 meters. They're competitive. Neither of them wants to lose. Samaris opening split. 11-4. Krisy in the outer lane. 11-0. Well, it looks like they are switched up. Samaris is in the outer lane. Into the final corner. As they try to get to the line. So, crossing the line with a time of 40.75 and 42.00. So Eric Krisy has the time to beat, 40.75. Here we go with our next pair. This is Kelsey Riley and Katie Babit. Derek May thought it was his turn. Riley in the skin suit on the inner lane. Babit on the outer lane with whatever that is. Ski goggles as well. Riley and Babit. Good friends, another duel here. As looks like Katie Babit opening split. 12-9 in the outer lane, 13-7 for Riley. Oh, and there's a crossover problem. Kelsey Riley has to stand up to let Katie Babit by. And she's soaring out of the corner and down the final stretch. I don't know how she's going so fast with so much wind resistance, that ski jacket. Katie Babit finishes her final time, 50.13, 51.18 for Kelsey Riley. Here we go. Now it's Tim Curry and Derek May's chance. So Tim Curry, his last race, way back in 2009. Derek May, 2010. So it's been 7 or 8 years for these guys. Boots still fit though. I don't know about those suits. There through the first 100 meters. Derek May on the outer lane with some speed. 11-1 his opener. 11-4 for Tim Curry. Curry's going to have to hustle on this inner lane to get out in front of May. And Derek May will challenge him down the straightaway, go over the top of Tim Curry. Derek May heading into the inner. Let's see if he can hold the corner. Doing a great job as Derek May is going to take this race. His final time, 41-11, 42-81 for Curry. Eric Krisy holds the top spot on the leaderboard. No one has gone under 40 yet, though. Maybe one of these guys. This is Chase Weagle on the inner lane. Alex Deri on the outer lane. Chase Weagle, known for his laser fast openers. Hopefully he doesn't pull a hammy here. Weagle and Deri off the line. This is a fast pair. Deri on the outer lane like a freight train. He's coming through his opening split. 10-6, 10-8 for Chase Weagle. On Weagle, struggling to hold that inner lane. As Deri will come around the top, over top of Chase Weagle into the final corner. Alexandre Deri is flying down the home stretch. His final time, 38-3, 41-6 for Weagle. Alexandre Deri, by far the fastest time of the afternoon in the Rust Buster. Pair of hooligans up next. This is Tristan Stepnuk and Kyle Gendron. Although they're actually out there too soon. Stepnuk and Gendron out there too soon. Coming to the line here is Mike Rive and Sandy Vise. Sandy Vise, longtime skater. She's the founder of the Kamloops Longblade Speed Skating Club. Mike Rive, all-around good guy on the outer lane, former national team short track skater way back in the early days of the sport. Surprised he wasn't jumping barrels. And they're off, not taking it too seriously. Come on, Mike. Mike Rive now coaches in Ottawa. He thought he was done. He has a lap left. Openers, 16-8 for Mike Rive. Sandy Vise, 16-6. As they saunter leisurely around the ice. Mike Rive and Sandy Vise side by side on the backstretch. Mike Rive will go over to the top of his pair. Into the final corner. Done more laughing than skating here in this lap. As Mike Rive showing what track pattern not to skate in a corner. Relay push. Both skaters in the same lane. This is highly unorthodox. Sandy Vise has to finish on the outer lane. She's going to stop right before the line. Oh, and Mike Rive takes it by a hair with a 111 maybe. We'll have to go to the photo finish. Here we go. Up next, two Manitobans. Tristan Stepnuk, Kyle Gendron, the pair many have waited for. Tristan Stepnuk skated a 37.73 last year. He'll have to be faster than that to beat Alexandre Deri today. He raced Kyle Gendron last year, beat him by about half a second. Gendron looking for redemption. And they're off. Gendron retiring in 2013. Stepnuk 2014. As Stepnuk's going to lead the way through the first 100 meters. 10:66 the opener. That's the fastest opener of the afternoon in this rest buster. Stepnuk crossing over into the outer lane. Gendron moving to the inner. See if he can hold this inner corner as Stepnuk rocketing around the outside. He's looking for a 38.3. Can he do it? Stepnuk will finish 39.29. That's slower than last year. Gendron just over 40. 40.75. Up next, Kangaroo on the inner lane. BJ Schmidt, the silver suit on the outer lane. This is Dylan White with the onesie in the inner lane. I don't know about that exposed skin around his ankles. Playing some Biggie on the line. With a wag of the tail, they're ready to go. And a little punch to the gut too. Dylan White carrying a mini-me around the ice. Dylan White and BJ Schmidt retiring only last year. So they should look pretty good out here. The Kangaroo on the inner lane. Spaceman on the outer. BJ Schmidt takes the opener, 10-8. 11-1 for Dylan White. And they're on to the backstretch. Both skaters looking solid. I think the onesie will cost Dylan White this race. That extra drag in the wind can't help as BJ Schmidt comes down the finishing stretch, almost going down. His final time, 40.19. Dylan White falling across the line, 42.60. Just missing the timing piece at the line. I think we are safe. Dylan White would have gotten beaten up by the crew upstairs here at the Oval if they had to run down to fix that in the middle of this rust buster. And what a fantastic pair we have up next. This is the founder of the Branch Out Foundation, Phillips, in the inner lane. She's racing Remelt Eldering all the way from Holland. Remelt Eldering used to coach in Manitoba. Now he coaches in Holland. Phillips, the founder of the foundation, ready to go. And Remelt maybe messing with his pair. He wants to make sure that he's ready to go. Phillips and Eldering on the line. And they're underway. Both skaters looking good through the first 50 meters. through 100. It's Remelt with the opener, 11-5, 11-7 for Phillips. She's charging hard on that inner lane. As they cross over on the backstretch, big smiles. Remelt being coached by his own skaters, and he can't cross over. He can't hold that inner. He's too tall. As Crystal Phillips is going to win this race, she's going to obliterate her pair at the line, kicking her final time. 43.16. Eldering, 44.03. As we move on now to our final pair of 500 meters in this Rust Buster competition. This will be likely the fastest race of the afternoon. Tyler Darrow in the inner lane, Philippe Riopel on the outer lane. These guys only retiring 2 years ago. They were pretty fast back in their day. Both still involved in speed skating. Tyler Darrow, the provincial team coach in Manitoba. Philippe Riopel, working in sport marketing, and is the Apex boot rep here in Calgary. And Riopel's off to a rocket start. Darrow gritting his teeth. He has to keep up. Riopel's opening split, 10-1, 10-5 for Darrow. And Riopel's going to come around the outside. And Riopel's going to go over the top of Tyler Darrow on the backstretch. Riopel in the inner lane, crossing over into the finish line. Philippe Riopel, 36-32, 38-03 for Tyler Darrow. So Riopel, second year in a row, he is your Rust Buster champion. Everyone who competed, though, are champions. Get a round of applause for everyone. Branch Out Foundation raising money for research for future neuroscientists, covering over 600 neurological disorders. Started by Crystal Phillips, former speed skater. Fantastic foundation. Make sure you support them. Make sure that you tweet or hashtag at the Olympic Oval finale. Heck, hashtag the Branch Out Foundation as well. Let's create a buzz. We'll be back with the mass start event after a flood.